Healthy Lifestyle Crib presents 7 Hints You're Dealing with a Psychopath. Psychopath is a common but misunderstood term. People insult with it. You might call an outlier a psychopath, but they're not. Or look to history's mass murderers. Many criminals were psychopaths, although the term is broader. Psychopathy can morph into other mental diseases. Psychologists have agreed on a loose definition of a psychopath, but there's still controversy. Psychopaths lack regret and empathy. Deep emotional bonds lead to risky and harmful action. This condition is frequently genetic. They're born psychotic. Their brain isn't wired like yours from birth. Most individuals misunderstand this disease here. Psychopaths aren't violent or unreasonable. They're not necessarily a bad person. Psychopaths can lead regular lives. They work, shop, and play sports. Psychopaths think differently, yet they're neither killers or criminals. Violence risk variables exist. Most are tied to upbringing. Childhood trauma often triggers serial killers' psychopathy. Psychopaths have another talent that makes finding them difficult. Let's focus on aggressive and manipulative psychopaths for now. They lie well. They never feel horrible about deceiving others. They have no empathy. They don't understand guilt. Even close friends and family are fooled. They may seem pleasant and harmless until everything comes apart. Your best friend may rob you of a career. A decade of secrets and friendship are lost. How are you so blind? Here are 7 hints you're dealing with a psychopath so you don't get sucker punched. Number 1. Egotism exaggerated. Prolonged egotism is one of the obvious indications of a psychopath. It's impossible for them to compare themselves to anyone else in the world. You can't go wrong with them if you give them a chance. They're positive they'll never be replaced, they're so certain. Psychopaths' exaggerated sense of self-importance stems from their tendency to perceive the world through a selfish lens. They believe that individuals just care about themselves. And if someone claims different, they're lying, too. Everyone else is doing exactly the same thing as a psychopath. Simply put, they are doing it better. Examples of psychopaths' thinking include: they believe that the rules are just in place for those who aren't smart enough to disobey them without getting caught. The reason why so many psychopaths commit violent acts is due to this very reason. Whenever they want something, no one else's thoughts or rules can compete with their own. In many cases, psychopaths use this tactic to avoid accountability for their misdeeds. They don't see it as their fault if you were asking for it. Because you trusted them, they'd blame you if they did something to harm you. Don't let the mix of egotism and a lack of accountability go unnoticed by you. Number 2. Irrational behavior. Rarely, if ever do, psychopaths seem to be in complete command of their own actions. The people around them are put in risk by their own irrational thoughts and impulses. The stereotypical psychopath may find this a bit strange if you're used to hearing about someone who is the complete opposite. As a result of careful and deliberate reporting by the media, they meticulously plan out every aspect of their crimes, ensuring that nothing goes awry. There is some truth to that. Although they are extremely intelligent, psychopaths struggle to control their impulses. They are prone to outbursts of rage and can turn violent at any time. Their egos can be shattered by a single insult, resulting in an outburst of rage. When they're upset, psychopaths don't stop to consider the consequences of their actions and simply carry them out. In the presence of a familiar face, have you ever observed a higher level of caution? Consider if they're genuinely in control of their actions if you have. Number 3. Insincerity. The majority of what we say has numerous layers of significance. A coworker shouts, "Wonderful job today," as you're about to leave for the day. However, how often do you take things at face value when they appear to be encouraging? You search for hidden meanings. You pay attention to how a person's words are arranged or how they emphasize distinct syllables. Because of this, you pay attention not just to the words, but also to the sensations that accompanied them. Most psychopaths have a hard time putting their feelings into their words. Their feelings are artificial and hollow. Their feelings may appear phony, but that's because they're usually phony. This does not imply, however, that psychopaths are incapable of feeling anything. They're clearly able to feel. The challenge is conveying those feelings to others. Imagine a psychopath saying, "There are lots of fish in the sea," or something equally compassionate. They're attempting to cheer you up, don't they? This is a lie that a psychopath would only tell you if they stood to gain something from it. In order to persuade you into giving them what they want, they're pretending to feel sorry for you. Even if their words seem alike, there is no emotional connection between them. Where did it all begin? Those diagnosed with psychopathy also fail to grasp metaphors and abstract concepts, according to a new study. If there's a deeper, more emotional meaning to something, they're likely to miss it. To be clear, it's not that they're dumb. Many psychopaths, in fact, are highly intelligent individuals. There is nothing more to it than that. They're good at handling tangible concepts, but they lose focus when things get murky. That much is now clear to researchers in the field of psychology. A study conducted in the 1990s compared the brain responses of those with psychopathy and those without the disorder. In both cases, the students were shown a list with a variety of words. Some were designed to elicit a strong emotional response, while others were absolutely indifferent. Emotional words elicited a stronger response from the non-psychopathic group than neutral ones. The group with psychopathy, on the other hand, revealed no brain activity differences. According to the findings of this study, the dishonesty of psychopaths is due to differences in their brain reactions. Those who aren't wired that way won't be able to understand or care about the deeper significance. Number 4. Parasitic way of living. Freeloaders take advantage of others around them with little to no remorse. Psychopaths, like lice or tapeworms, are often parasites. Once they've got their hands on you, they won't let go. They'll swoop in and grab your money and possessions without a care in the world. The reason for this is that psychopaths have no regard for anyone other than their own self-interest. Your time and effort aren't as valuable to them as it is to you. Providing it saves them time and effort, they don't care if you waste your resources on them. Do not expect a psychopath to quit voluntarily while you are in a parasitic condition. Cutting them out of your life requires your personal initiative. If you don't, they'll eat you alive. Number 5. Threshold of disgust. How did those notorious psychopaths manage to stay so calm while doing such atrocities, you might ask? Few can bear to look at photographs of themselves. The stench of blood may turn you off. When you see someone else get wounded, you may feel sick to your stomach. This is how most people react. Although most individuals aren't psychopaths, their tolerance for revulsion is higher on average. In other words, they aren't scared by gory visuals or obnoxious odors. It's possible that an event that might be traumatic or upsetting to you would have no effect on a psychopath. Psychologists explain this lack of sensitivity to the feelings of others as a result of their disinterest in the feelings of others. There may be a lack of empathy for other people's plight if someone is truly indifferent to what is happening to them. Number 6. Facial attention. Pay attention to how someone looks at you if you suspect they have psychopathic tendencies. Say you're inconsolable because of what they said. As you tell them how you're feeling, pay attention to their expressions. Are they staring right back at you, or are they looking at something else? Or do they prefer to focus on your teeth? Psychopaths have been discovered to focus on distinct parts of their emotional faces, according to a 2015 study. When someone is being vulnerable, most people instantly make eye contact. Psychopaths, on the other hand, spend more time staring at their mouths than anyone else. Why? As much or more information can be conveyed with your tongue, but it lacks intimacy. There are many ways in which psychopaths can disengage from you, such as reading your facial emotions without actually looking into your eyes. Number 7. Distress does not exist. Further study into the phenomenon of psychopaths' inability to pay attention to others' faces found one further intriguing flaw. Psychopaths are good at identifying a wide range of emotions, from happiness to wrath, but they fail to perceive one: distress. Psychopathic individuals are unable to recognize the difference between someone who is truly distraught and someone who is fake it. When someone is in pain emotionally rather than physically, they are much less likely to realize. When confronted with a troubled person, psychopaths are powerless to intervene. Researchers, on the other hand, came up with a different explanation even if they could discern the difference. Researchers found that psychopaths aren't concerned about the well-being of others. Most of the time, the psychopath is not going to help them in any scenario. It is possible that someone you know is unaware of your emotional state, or that they simply don't care. Give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends if you appreciated this video. If you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to receive new videos as soon as they are posted. Also, don't forget to watch our other videos. Many thanks for taking the time.